Hi Taurus, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love life or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Happy birthday, Taurians. Wishing you a fantastic May 2021 and wishing you lots of happiness and lots of joy for the rest of the year as well. We have had Uranus that is there in your sign and it has been shaking up every habit pattern possible for you for the last couple of years. And Uranus carries on being there till about 2025. Now, the major trend for this month is going to be the Mercury movement for you and also Jupiter that changes signs mid-month, and then we close the month with a Mercury retrograde for the next 3 weeks. So on the 4th we have Mercury that is moving into its own sign, that is a Gemini, in your house of money, and it's a house of earned income. It's also the house of your self-worth. And this is a time when you're going to be taking your own sweet time to be making decisions, or Taurians. No matter even if there is a major push that is there externally, you're not going to be budging, and you want to evaluate all possible scenarios before you make your decision. And you may get accused, of course, of being really slow or even procrastinating, but this is a time that you want to have all the information possible, and you want to ensure that you have checked all the boxes before you take a call. It's a great time to be preparing a budget sheet as well, Taurians. It's a good time to be getting into a detailed plan as to what is it that you want to do with your finances and how it is that you want to go ahead. Some of you may also indulge yourself into splurging a little bit and buying something really nice or expensive for yourself. On the 9th, we have Venus that also moves into your part of earned income, and it could be that maybe some of you have been writing a book. This speaks about a passion project, something that gives you a lot of happiness. So the planets are quite supportive around your work and around your, whether it is a passion or it is a hobby project, something that you really want to do or have been wanting to do. On the 11th, we have a new moon that is there in your own sign, and we also, of course, have Uranus. So it's a time where you would like to change yourself, and it may also be about your physical appearance. Some of you will go in for a complete different way of dressing up or styling yourself. So if you have been dressing up really simply or not paying much attention, now is the time that you could be quite influenced as to you want to put yourself together, and vice versa. Also with a new moon, it speaks about changing our thought patterns, especially when it has to do with ourselves. So your habit patterns, your viewpoints of the world, your value system. What is it that you've grown up thinking? What is it that you really believe in? What is it that you want to, that you need to be releasing, and you need to be adopting something new? On the 14th, we have Jupiter. This is the big news, that is changing sign, and it is moving to Pisces, and it moves into your house of friendships and groups of people. And it's a fantastic time because the desire for growth and expansion with Jupiter coming over there is going to be at an all-time high. You would be very keen, and you would be opening yourself up to network with people. You would want to know what other people are thinking. You would like to associate with people who resonate your belief system. And even though it's a pandemic, a lot of it could be happening through calls. You could be either doing virtual video calls. You could be speaking with people, and you could just be in a lot of engagement of exchanging of ideas. You will, Jupiter is also going to be enhancing your perception of your purpose, and you'll feel a greater need to connect with others so that you can benefit them in some way. You may also benefit from your friends during this time, because Jupiter, this house, rules your friendships and your groups of people. And you will want to you would want to tap into that collective energy of your friends, and you would want to learn more and interact more at a larger level. And group dynamics could teach you a lot about yourself as well, Taurians, and your friends are going to be very supportive of you. Your ideals will be more expansive now, and you'll want to improve the world around you in some way. You might, some of you might limit this in your local area, and your influence further, to get involved in social reform movements or other types of activism will be there. So if you keep your perspective narrow during this time, you might just work to improve your own personal situation, and of course you will succeed. But Taurians, this is a time to be pushing your boundaries, going beyond just your own selfish interests. It's a time to be helping those who are not in a position to be able to help themselves. And these changes, of course, some of you may feel that it's such a large universe, and how does it matter if you don't do your bit of it? Someone else will. But this almost has a karmic connotation, so it also indicates a self-healing. And this can bring you also across some really wonderful people. On the 21st, we have Sun that moves into your house of earned income and self-worth. And then on the 26th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of joint finances. It's a house of your partner. It speaks about sexuality, and this also speaks about transformation. So there's a great possibility that during this time you will transform something in your life, something usually at a deeper level, and releasing maybe something that may have been bugging your life for the longest of time. And it could be really healthy. It could be a pattern of maybe being in a stagnant bad relationship, not wanting to release it because that's just your inherent sense of duty that you want to see it through. And for some of you, it could just be not wanting to acknowledge it, and admit and say that, yeah, you've made a mistake again, or it's that the pattern is maybe that deep into you, that it still requires that undoing and that unwiring, and that's quite all right. There is really no book that says that if you have made X number of mistakes again, that you can't go and make another mistake. Of course, the idea always is to learn from it, but if you've reached, say, 60% of understanding the problem, and there's still a little bit of some work that is still required, so be it. And try not to beat yourself too much about it. And dealing with intimacy and security could also be a focus during this time. And issues related to other people's money could come up, and you may use a large chunk of money. Maybe you could be lending it to somebody, to a friend, or to a family member, or you could also be settling an outstanding debt during this time. For some of you who are looking for a loan, this is a great time to be applying for it, provided, of course, that you really need it and you're not just pulling it out. And you may evaluate things that are not really your own, and you could be, it can be that your partner's income during this time goes through some change as well. On the 30th of May, we have Mercury that goes retrograde for the next 3 weeks, and this is there again in your house of money and your self-worth. So for the first 3 weeks of May, we have this house which is really active, and it's speaking about ability to generate more money, to be working on your own sense of value system, your self-worth. And then when we close the month, we have Mercury that is going to be reflecting upon it. It's going to be looking at all these aspects of making money, creating wealth, and of course your sense of value, your insecurities. So it's not a time to be placing your bets towards the end of the month, Taurians. You may find yourself asking yourself this question, that is it really worth it? And money due to you could get delayed towards the end of the month, and also some unexpectedly some money may just come your way as well. And it's a time during the retrograde towards the end of the month to be asking yourself these questions, that what is it that you really value in life, and are you happy as to how it is that you make money? Are you financially comfortable? What do you really want, and do you believe that you are worth it? A great time to be reviewing your bank account, keep any sales receipts, pay overdue bills, avoid any major new purchases, update or start record your listings of your income coming and going, open a savings account. And when resources come up short, allocate, and don't hesitate to reallocate your funds and your finances, and redesign with an eye towards the future, and see as to how it is that you want to deal with your money. And less of course is more when you streamline your operations, Taurians. And this may include reshuffling as to how it is that you present yourself on a day-to-day basis in order to become a better part of the flow of life around you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Taurians. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.